What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Alejandro's Engineered Lifestyle. My name is Alejandro Mendoza. I'm a mechanical engineer working in aerospace, and this is my 890R. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. We're just about to round 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much for that. This is absolutely awesome, and I'm very appreciative of your support. As you can tell, this is old footage. This was footage actually shot right around the time I ended up rupturing my Achilles, and I've been kind of out since. But now getting back to videos, I'm holding weekly polls to see really where you guys want me to take the 890R videos. And this footage actually is very interesting because I determined a way to use the Carly code reader, which is an OBD2 port, to read out the KTM 890R's ECU. So what's interesting here is I induced an ECU failure, as you see there, by actually pulling a fuse. This is as if a piece of equipment such as your fan failed, and that is actually the circuit I pulled here. And so this is the OBD2 Carly reader. As you can see, it interfaces with the OBD2 cars, which is just about everything, and I actually use it on the BMWs. So I have an N54 and a B58 that I like to tinker with, and this is actually just out of sheer curiosity. I was buying a adapter. I actually bought the pre-Euro 5 adapter first, and it didn't work, which was originally why I didn't really say anything here on the channel. But with a Euro 5 connector, or adapter rather, between OBD2, I actually determined that the Carly crossbow in the Carly app will actually, it's got the diagnostic codes mapped out. So if you would just read this with maybe a less developed code reader, it will probably just spit out a code, in this instance probably in German, as the BMWs do. But the advantage of Carly that I've found, at least with the BMWs, is they have a lot more detail with the specific codes. So as you can see here, I'm actually going into the KTM Crossbow, which is their kind of niche car offering. That car is really awesome. I was just racing it in sim racing the other night, actually. But with that being said, I noticed that it would likely map out, and it actually does here. So if we go ahead into the diagnostic results, we're going to read out the engine, and actually the codes are right on. The circuit that I pulled was throttle actuator and cooling fans. And so if a error had been induced in either of those in an organic sense, then this would read that. Obviously here I've induced that error by pulling the fuse, but I've actually done this with several of the fuses that wouldn't hurt the bike in any way, and everything has actually been successfully read out. So that's really exciting. It's a great tool to have, both in the BMW toolbox as well as now the KTM toolbox. So really happy to share this with you. I know Carly's not the most inexpensive application, but like I said, if you're a DIYer, which is the reason to use a tool like this, you're actually going to get a lot more value out of using it for both the car and the motorcycle. So just an idea here. You know, if you have maybe one of the Amazon products or some of these other non-subscription fee OBD readers, definitely give this a try. I'm going to link the Euro 5 adapter in the comments below, and I hope that some of you can actually give this a go on your end as well with those different adapters, so that maybe we could find a more economical approach to this, while also kind of benefiting the community here with the additional knowledge. What's actually also really cool about Carly, and I give them props, is the live readouts. I'm just here very quickly before moving on, showing that with replacing, or actually fixing, the root cause, in this case just replacing the fuse, and then rereading, you can actually determine, okay, well, the root issue was addressed. And that's only after a code clearing. So even if you had isolated the issue, you wouldn't be able to clear the code unless you have a tool like this. So getting back to what I was saying before, reading out parameters, live data, actually really cool. The calculated values here can range from anything to your throttle position, obviously speed, of a whole slew of temperatures. So all of these readouts kind of extend the information that's available on your TFT. So say for example you're at a very hot track day and you're trying to keep an eye on your oil temperature or coolant temperature and trying to monitor that, that would actually be something that you could do with this app. And say for example the Peak Design case that I'm using here, just right alongside my TFT. So really interesting. I haven't used it in that fashion yet. If you see this bottom right start logging button, this has applications for the cars, again the N54 and the B58. Unfortunately for the KTM, I haven't got it to read out the file. It doesn't record properly, so when you go into the Carly folder here, it doesn't actually display usable information, which is kind of a bummer. I haven't really done much more investigation here. I actually did get in contact with Carly and originally shot this video as a proposed partnership, but they weren't very interested in the motorcycle community just yet. But as I said, I use it extensively for the cars, so it's a great tool, and I hope you get some value out of this video. Let me know if you go ahead and try any other OBD2 reader, or if you have Carly and make use of this. Alright guys, thanks so much. Let me know what videos you'd like to see next, and take care.